Hello everyone, welcome back to Tech Code Analytics. Today the topic is on Python programming itself, and I'm going to show you a code today that is basically using SymPy. SymPy is highly beneficial for the students who are actually in school or who want to solve mathematical problems. It's a very uh, powerful and it's a highly beneficial library in Python programming language. For that you have to import a sympy, and from a sympy package you have to import modules like symbol, equation, and solve modules. These modules will basically help you in order to create a or in order to find solutions to equations, right? Like whether it is a quadratic equation, okay, polynomials, etc, etc. So we are going to make use of a sympy. For that I have already created a Python program. I am making use of notepad plus plus. You can basically make use of Python ideally, or you can make use of VS code also. Okay, if you want to make use of Jupyter notebook, that can also be done. So here I have created a Python script. The name of this script is prog1.py. It's a py file. First of all you have to import sympy. You have to import sympy. So from sympy you have to import symbols. You have to import symbols and eq as well as solve. So these are the modules that you need to import. Let's define a variable. So x equal to symbols, x equal to symbols, and here I have declared a variable x. Okay, let's create one equation. Okay, so the equation example basically it's like equation equal to eq, and the equation is 2 multiplied by x plus 5 comma 15, something like this. I've given example, and let's solve the equation. For solving the equation, let's take a variable like solution. It will be much more easier to understand. Solution is a variable, and let's solve the equation. Let's solve the equation. Okay, let's solve the equation. And after solving the equation you need to print the equation. Okay, you need to print the equation, right? You need to print the equation, and yes, just print the equation, and after that also print the solution, right? So let's print the solution, right? Let's print the solution. Okay, this is how we print the solution. Save the file, and after saving the file, let's do one thing. Let's run this particular file. Okay, so better start the command prompt cmd. We just started the command prompt. I have saved this file inside downloads. Okay, you can see the path exactly on the top. So let's go to downloads. Okay, let's go to downloads. And how to run this particular program? Python prog1.py. Okay, Python prog1.py, and you can see the equation as well as the solution. Okay, as well as the solution. So it's a pretty cool example. It is highly beneficial to the students, okay, who are in schools, or even those who are working with mathematics. So SymPy is a very powerful library. It's a very powerful library. I will show you one more example using a SymPy. Okay, but before that, just have a look at this particular example. It's a very beneficial. Here we have created the equation in line number 5. We have solved the equation in line number 7, and together we have printed the equation as well as the solution. Let me show you one much more cool example. Okay, let's create a file. I'm creating a file. Okay, let's create a file and save this file in the downloads folder itself, or like prog2. Okay, let's solve it with prog2, with the name prog2.py, and in place of normal text do all types, and save this particular example. Okay, just save this particular file. Now from sympy, from sympy, okay, from sympy we are basically going to import symbols. We are going to import symbols as well as solve. Okay, let's create the equation, or let's declare the variable first. So symbols, declare the variable. So this is basically the variable. Let's create the equation. Okay, let's create the equation. So x square x square minus 5x minus 5x plus 6. Okay, and a solution to this particular equation, right? So we will solve this particular equation, right? We were going to solve this particular equation. After solving this particular equation, let's print the solutions. Okay, let's print the solutions. So the solutions will be inside the solution variable itself, and we are done. So let's run this particular program. So if you want to run this particular program, just change the file name. Okay, python prog2.py, and you are going to get the solution. So you are getting the solution like 2 comma 3. So you can see how powerful sympy library is for solving the problems which are based on equations, polynomials, etc, etc. Okay, so these are the two variables. Hope these variables, these are the two files which I have created, right? And I have also kept the variables as similar, right? Similar, mostly you can see most of the variables are similar in both the files. Okay, it will be easier for you to interpret and understand.